Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Revival issue 38. And before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 140, and that's a show where I review all the comics I read this week in one show. And here are the exclusive comics, and some of them fell. So hold on. Alright, here are the exclusive comics. We have Tales of Terror Volume 2, issue 6. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, issue 5. Postal, issue 11, Power Lines, issue 1, Red Agent, issue 3, and Suiciders, Kings of Hell, LA, issue 1. So if you want to go check out all those reviews, go to Comic Uno, episode 140, which is annotated. But let's start talking about Revival, issue 38, one of my favorite series, one of my favorite independent books. Let's get started. So love the cover here. We get to see Coop. He's drawing. You get to see all the little crayon effect. I think that's really cool. You even see some crayons on like his feet. Really cool detail here. So I enjoyed the cover. I was excited to see a Cooper-centric issue. Haven't seen that in a while, so I thought that would be interesting. Now let's start talking about the interior artwork. As always, interior artwork is gorgeous. Even though this is more of a Talking Heads issue, it does a really great job at showing facial expressions, and we get to see good examples here. But also what makes this issue different is that it actually opens up in Cooper's comic book form, which is just really cute, and I love how it simplifies the revival or reviver type story here. So gorgeous artwork there, and also in the end of the book where we see, like I said, it ends the story also with Cooper's second issue of his comic here about another reviver. Alright, so great artwork like I said, but let's see what's going on with the story. So with this issue, like I said, it opens up with Cooper and his comic, and we realize Cooper is very lonely, especially now that his family's kind of busy with all the revival stuff. And we see that we have his father's girlfriend, who we learned a lot about in the last issue, try to comfort him. And she says, you know what, I'm going to try to bring you to your friend, which was Jordan, who was one of the revivers, and, you know, of course, the whole mystery of revivers, are they really the person they used to be? And we see exactly what's been going on with Jordan also. She's like kind of this wallflower character within the jail, we'll call it, of the revivers. We also catch up with a little bit with Em and Martha, you know, Em dealing with having a child. Did I say Em and Martha? Em and Dana, and Em dealing with having a child, and kind of looking at the perspective of not wanting to be alive in a lot of ways, especially now that she's having a child. It's kind of interesting to see her point of view there. And that's pretty much what's going on with the whole issue. What did I think overall? Going to the Em and Dana scene, I think that was definitely my favorite part. I love that Em had this dream about, with the revivers, where she is crowded. There's all these naked bodies, and she can't move. And it's really the idea of, because she hasn't died, and if no one dies, then the world won't have enough room for your children. And that's why I really like this family aspect of revival, because that is the point, is that you are a mother or father, and you will have your time where you will have to pass away, and that's just the process of life. But how if you don't die? Then the world will be too crowded, you can't move, and your children won't have a good place to live. So I think that's what makes that whole story with Em being pregnant really interesting with this revival story. Another thing I really enjoyed was, again, going to Cooper's comic. I like that we actually break down what is a comic, and I thought that was really cool. Like, why does Cooper like comics? And I thought that was really interesting, kind of meta for the book. And I will say the story gets a little slower once we get to the actual revival jail. I love that we're seeing stories of different characters and supporting characters in the last two issues, but I kind of want to go back to Em and Dana's story. I want to go back to that adventure, and I'm sure we will very soon. So I think the pacing was a little off for this issue, but overall there's a lot of interesting things that happen here. I really enjoyed it, and I gave Revival issue 38 4 stars. It was a good issue to get into the mind of supporting characters, especially Cooper's father's girlfriend, where we learned a lot about her in the previous issue, and I really enjoyed her character a lot there. It made this part of the story even more interesting now that you can see her as this kind of motherly figure for Cooper, but previously you couldn't because you thought of her as just a stripper, and she's not. You really dig deep into her character, and she's actually talking science with the psychiatrist at the revival jail, and I think that's such an interesting thing, and that's something I do respect with these last 3 issues of getting into the secondary characters and making the story stronger in general. So like I said, I gave this issue 4 stars. I thought it was very solid, and of course looking forward to seeing where the series goes now that this is kind of the last year of Revival. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. I'll see you guys later.